Now, I'd hazard a guess that a few of you in the audience tried to live a double life. Perhaps you're a researcher and a runner, or an architect and an author. Well, for me, my double life is banking and music. So when I find that free moment, I tend to immerse myself in the music part. You could even call it my form of meditation. I started producing a little over 3 years ago. The biggest challenge at first was I'm not professionally trained in any way. I could barely play Old MacDonald on the piano, and there I was trying to write complex harmonic melodies. So let's just say the first year was experimenting. Since having learned the core concepts, though, I've fallen in love with the buzz of writing a song from start to finish. I particularly love writing the lead instrument. That part is, I don't know, just the real hook for me. Let's take this trumpet as an example. So I know what you're thinking. How did I fit an orchestra into my tiny 2-bed flat? Well, actually, this is completely artificial. That instrument has been created from scratch. That, combined with some MIDI notes that I've written, gives you the full sound. Anyway, like I was saying before, I didn't take to music immediately. In fact, I took to technology a lot more. It wasn't until my early teens that technology and music started to coincide for me. And I have very fond memories of my dad and I taking cables from the home stereo system downstairs up to that computer, snaking around the house and frustrating my mother in the process. Listening to her knowledge, though, we were doing it to rescue their favorite song. We'd found it on an aging vinyl, and we needed to rip it to the computer to repair all the bleeps and scratches. In fact, that song was the song they danced to at their wedding. To this day, I don't think I'll ever forget the lyrics to KC and the Sunshine Band. So my early life was spent converting my dad's vinyl collection to CD. Well, we could have waited a couple of years for the professionals to do that. But where's the fun in that? I think the same applies to my modern day experience. I find great pleasure in just getting lost in the music. I can spend a couple of hours just working on a bass or tweaking a guitar, editing a vocal, whatever it may be. You know, this is my meditation after all. But when you find that perfect combination of sounds and the song jumps to life, the satisfaction is immense. All you want to do is finish the track and take it out to the club. Let's have a little listen to something else. So I didn't know much about drumming, but with a few YouTube tutorials, some sampled hats, snares, percussion, I could create this rhythm. Not bad. Even more so, take this little pattern that's going on here. This is one of nature's simplest sounds. It's just a basic sine wave. However, with the power of this technology, I can add more layers, I can filter it, I can pitch it down, and I can compress it, and we get a bass rhythm. As you can probably guess, my forte is house music. It can often be criticized as repetitive and simple, but if you push past that kind of 4/4 rhythm and really listen to how elements are added and subtracted, it really generates the interest of the track. Now you can probably understand why a 1,000-person crowd can stand in a wet, muddy field in the pouring rain at a festival, waiting for that DJ to build that single instrument up progressively over an entire minute. I'm not going to do that now, but what I will show is how adding and removing a few elements, we can create a simple breakdown. What I love about producing music is that there's always something to learn. Even the most seasoned of producers are still learning, be it a new instrument, a synthesizer, a tool, or even a different style of music altogether. The possibilities of what you can learn and produce together are literally endless. You can then take that production to the next level. You can bring it into the track itself. So, for example, the bass that we have going on here, I can open up the filter, bringing back in the highs, filter out the rest of the track, and it changes the dynamic of the song completely, but the melody doesn't change at all. couple of hours on the plane, a couple of hours in the airport, a couple of hours at home, pulling together a completely new track. Now, it's quite right for you to stop there. You know, if you enjoy your track, that's the only recognition you should look for. However, if, like me, you want to share those sounds, then you can understand why I like to post them online, or even more so why I love DJing. Seeing a crowd of people in a busy club with their hands in the air dancing to your song is just phenomenal. Now, I'm going to give one last demo. I'm going to show how putting a vocal into a track can really pull the track together. It can provide that central hook, and even more so, it can, as the elements change around that vocal, it can change the impact of the voice, and you can even feel like it's changing the intonation of the words.
You won't know where I've been. Every time I turn around, you're asking me where I am. Don't nobody want me 'cause they know that I'm too much of a woman. And don't nobody want me 'cause they know that I'm committed to you. And ain't nobody love me. Ain't nobody love me. Ain't nobody love me. Ain't nobody love me.
For just a few seconds then, I forgot I worked in finance. Did you? Thank you.